Well, the microphones are still working. That's important. You don't want the mics to stop working. He got it working before.
Yep.
Is he starting a new stream, or is he still trying to reload the existing stream?
Reloading. 那你换账号了，昨天的方式还可以用吗？
This is not just a machine, it's your creativity accelerator. Introducing ACCELaser HD1.
Oh, we're back.
Are we back? Let's see if you can see in the comments if they're back. If everybody's, that's awesome. Magical, we have a technical wizard back there. So
Yeah.
that wasn't, I think that's just, Rainey was telling me that the internet can be kind of spotty here from time to time. So I think that was an internet issue. Let's hope for the best and see if we can get through the rest of it before we get.
We can.
We can do it. We
yes,
can do it.
we can do it.
So everybody can see us out there. We're all looking good.
Yeah, please comment below if you can see us.
Yeah, let me make sure that Haley can see us good. I'll check back home too. Just check in. Can you see us again? Are we live? It looks like I see people in the chat stream there, so we should be good.
Yes.
Wonderful.
There's delay, so it should be good.
Good. So if we're live, then I guess we should move on to the next section. So do we want to talk about the vector infill?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. All right, let me get some demonstrations here. Oh, and they already have it set up. Wonderful. All right, so one of the other features that kind of demonstrates how this unit can save time with engraving is, and I'm going to do my best to explain this like we did earlier today, but basically, you know, this is just a CORK coaster, and sometimes you've seen on other systems, you can engrave an image, you know, like that, maybe using a fast image using the score feature. So like on a laser, you have the ability to raster engrave. So that would be back and forth, back and forth. And with one of the systems we checked here, this logo took about 6 minutes doing raster style. So that's just a single beam back and forth. And then the other way that sometimes when you have a thin graphic like this is you can just score the graphic in. And that's kind of another way to do this. But with scoring, using the score feature to do logos like this, you're not able to vector fill the width. So you could never change the width of the graphic. But you can do it fast, but you can't change the thickness of the lines. With the ACCELaser HD1, you can use that dual system, the hybrid system, to not only do this in 13 seconds, but also if you wish, you can adjust the thickness of the lines the same way you would, I guess, use the score feature. So imagine if you had your whole bed filled up and you wanted this logo with thicker lines, you can do the whole batch processing, and they're only going to take about 13 seconds a piece, which is amazing. Rather than if you were to line a bunch of these up in the CO2 laser and go back and forth, that would take hours.
Yeah.
I think it would take hours to do all that as opposed to 13 seconds a piece. So right now we're going to show one demonstration, just doing one of these coasters with using the vector infill technique that we just talked about.
Yep.
And make sure that that fan's on.
Yeah, let's get started.
Yeah, it's on. Is the camera on there? You want to switch the camera? Oh, he's got it. Hope you guys all can see that. Oh, it's done.
No, it's
That's
done.
how fast it was. Yeah, that's great. So that was literally, I feel like that was even less than 13 seconds. But anyway, that's the kind of speeds that you can expect on these type of units. And you could do that on metal. You could do that on cork. You can switch back over here. I'll just leave this right here right now. You could do that on metal. You could do it on cork or any material that you can engrave with the fiber laser or the diode laser. So that was a really great demonstration. What I really want everyone to kind of understand is that it's not just about the score line. You could have, in Lightburn, you could have made those lines much thicker and still achieve the same time.
Yep.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we got next on the list?
Is the active vibration control.
Okay. The one that, not the easiest one to explain, but important to know.
Yes, very important.
So where is that demonstration?
We have a PowerPoint to show.
Okay, great. Okay. So we're moving on to the active vibration control. So this is a little bit technical, but it's very important to understand. One of the achievements that this machine has achieved is comes from the 3D printing world.
Yes,
Right?
it's the
So
3D
we haven't really talked too much about David's history. Yeah, he comes really quick. He comes from the 3D printing sector. So he has brought a lot of his knowledge in building 3D printers over to ACCELaser. And one of the problems that he saw was that there's micro vibrations
Yes.
with all kinds of laser engraving machines when you're doing super high detailed graphics. And
Yep.
those can be visible to the naked eye sometimes. And so he's used some technology to help combat that inside of the system, right?
Yeah.
To help fix that in the system. And that's what the slides are going to show.
Yep.
So what we're looking at, can I kind of describe what we're looking at here?
Yes. So that one is without the vibration control.
Correct. So
and
that,
you can see if the curve
yeah, if you look really
that
close,
highlighted.
you can look on the especially on the circle
here.
on the inside of the diamond. You can see that there's little wobbles,
Yep.
little warps, little wobbles, and that especially can happen with galvos and fiber lasers when doing fine detailed work.
Yep.
And that is because of the frequency of the vibration of the whole machine. As it's running back and forth, moving side to side,
Yep.
it's creating a frequency. So on the next slide,
Yep. To the next slide.
there we go. So what they've done with the ACCELaser is they actually have sensors inside the machine in the galvo head that listen for the frequency that is causing the distortions. And then they have a little component inside that makes its own inverse frequency to make that vibration, that shaking, those wobbles disappear.
Yep.
And that's all done through some really over my head technology, but that's basically it in a nutshell. And it's one of the cool features that David's brought from the 3D printing world to a laser engraving machine, which is just let's boil it down. What does that mean for you? What that means for you is ultra high accurate, super fine detailed engraving without any kind of distortion that you might see.
Yeah. So we can engrave this example.
Yeah. Do they have it set up over there?
Yes.
Okay. And it's just going to use the fiber laser, correct?
Yep.
And it's going to do, and now is it going to use the camera,
Yes.
the secondary camera?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're doing right now is we're running a calibration, right? I mean, it's basically, or is it just going to put the logo on, or are we doing is it doing its own full calibration?
We're doing this comparison.
Oh, we're going to do the comparison. Okay. So they've got the program running where it's going to purposely do the first calibration graphic without
Yes.
it. Then the program will do the next graphic with it,
Yep.
and then it'll also do the benchmark.
Yes, the last one is the galvo only. So the XY will not move, but the galvo the galvo itself will not create vibration, so we can use it as the comparison.
Very nice. So with the, but is everything being done with the fiber laser, correct?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So the last one is not going to have any motion.
No.
It's just going to hold the laser right above and just use the mirror to just the galvo.
Yep.
So that's without motion, right? So all these calibrations that it does automatically are super important because you're combining movement with the power of galvo.
Yes.
And they've figured that out. And what this helps with, I know you're still watching the test patterns, but I want to just illustrate one more thing. The reason why this is so important, and you're going to see this later, is that imagine that you're doing a really large, photo. Can I grab this up here?
Sure.
Yeah. This is why it's so important. And I know that you can switch back to me real quick why it's doing that.
Yeah, they can see us.
Oh, they can see us. Okay.
Yes.
So the reason why this is so important, and I know this is a super techie part of the demo, is you don't want to see any stitching. Okay? A lot of people think that, because this is galvo, it's going to have to stitch big chunks together, but that's not how this system works. And if you look at this substantial photo that was engraved on the machine, there is no stitch lines together. And this type of calibration, this super high definition calibration, is absolutely required. So you never have to worry about seeing any kind of stitch lines or join lines when you're doing really high artwork like this, really high definition artwork. And so far, I can tell you, out of all the samples I've seen, there are no lines. You cannot tell. I don't know how you solved it, but they solved it. There are no joining lines between graphics. And this is one of the most impressive pictures that I've seen it produce so far. So, yeah. So do we want to kind of show off the test pattern real quick?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
But it may be hard to see the difference.
It's going to be hard to see the difference, but
we can try this camera.
I think between this, you've got the wobble, then they turned on the calibration, and then this one was just done with the galvo mirror. So I guess
we have this tool.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try it.
Yeah, we can try it. Right? You have to focus it, but so that was just done with the galvo, right? This was done with the active control. Right? So this was done with the active control, getting rid of the wobble. This was done with just the fiber, and then this was done with no vibration.
You can see.
Yeah, you can see it right there, like right there, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so just another little tech feature that they've added on to make sure that you get line-free, smooth, joined engraving that doesn't look like it was stitched together. So what's next on the list?
So that's the FAQ part, Q&A part.
Okay. All right. So let's see if we can get a couple chairs in here and answer some questions. And then I think after that, we're going to do the giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And two more demos, and that's the giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Two more demos. All right. So the giveaway is coming. Make sure that if you guys are enjoying the content so far, give this video a thumbs up, throw some hearts on it. We do have the giveaway coming shortly, but you got to be in here to win it. You got to be in it to win it. So we're only going to pick people that are active on the live stream. I'm so excited that someone's going to get one of these machines. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do some Q&A. Are these a couple chairs? Get off of our feet for a second.
Yep.
Perfect. So fire away. We'll do our best to answer some of the questions. Rainey will help me if I don't know the answers, but let's get some questions going. I know one of the questions that people have asked. What is the price?
Yeah, that's the biggest question.
Right? That's the biggest question, right? So we should just kind of say what we can right now.
Yep.
Right? So basically, if you remember, we had in the beginning of the stream, there's going to be 3 packages.
Yes.
Right? You've got the essential package, which is going to be the 20-watt diode and the 2-watt IR. You've got the Pro package, which is the next level up, and that machine will come with the 55-watt diode and the 20-watt fiber laser,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then the ultra big boy model, the overpowered model. No, it's not overpowered. It's just the ultra model is going to have the 80-watt diode and the 60-watt MOPA. And what they told me so far is that you can, the first unit, the essential, is going to be under 2. Okay? The Pro version is going to be under 4, and the Ultra version is going to be under 6. That's as much.
That's 2,000.
2,000.
4,000.
Those are the tiers: 2,000, 4,000, 6,000.
Yes.
So less than 2,000, less than 4,000, less than 6,000.
Yeah, someone's guessing the prices just now.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, I like Retro Boy. He said 20K. No. So I hope that that is as much information they can share at this time before the Kickstarter. But I know that that information is accurate. So just remember that 2, 4, 6 below those numbers.
Yes.
Right? That's
Yes.
what you need to remember. So there is no, somebody put 8,000, 9,000 in there. And that will be the Kickstarter launch pricing tiers, right? Later down the road, after Kickstarter and the product's live, who knows, right?
Yes.
The price will always goes up after Kickstarter, but they have some really great packages coming on Kickstarter.
Yes, and you can go to our website, ACCELaser.com, and subscribe to our newsletter, and you will know when the project is live. So the Kickstarter will be on May 27th.
Correct.
Yes, and you will know the exact prices there.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you get signed up to get notified on that, because they're going to be also, there'll be some great prices, and there are also going to be some bonuses, right?
Yes.
For obviously, if you're a booster, there's definitely some perks of being a booster. So you'll get some additional accessories. And I don't know what the full package is yet, but I know you've got some stuff up your sleeve.
Yes, and there are 2 perks usually. So the super early bird is the best prices, up to 50% off. So if you want to get the best prices, make sure you set your alarms. And
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and choose the best one. And
well, that's a great question. So Sunny, so this is a question from Sunny. Does it have a pass-through? Yes. So it does have a pass-through, and they have another attachment, the conveyor belt. So it will come with that conveyor system that you might have seen on other units, and it does have a pass-through, which is great.
yes.
So you'll be able to work on larger material and use that conveyor attachment it's an optional accessory, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So answer your question? Yes.
Yeah, so other available add-ons include the rotary module, the motorized riser base you just saw, and also air purifier and conveyor Michael just mentioned.
All right, let's pick another question here. Let's see. Subsurface laser engraving attachment. That's an interesting. I know what he's talking about. I'll talk to David about that later. One of the guys asked about subsurface laser engraving. Since you have the dynamic focus, I just want to say that yes, in theory you could do subsurface laser engraving, but it's the wrong type of wavelength of light. You would need a special laser source to do that. Air assist system. What laser source?
Oh, and I'll answer this question first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kiwilco?
Yeah.
So someone is asking about the deposit. The deposit is available for all the 3 models. So as long as you deposit, you will get a chance to have the motorized riser base with only $39.
Yeah, that's the deposit that you have right now. Is that still open right now?
Yes, it's still
So
open.
you can make a deposit right now, and you're basically getting the motorized riser base, which is
more than $400.
more than $400, and it's required. You're going to want to have that for that kind of motion control, but also if you're going to be doing rotary tumblers, rotary in that rotary tumbling.
Yep. Yep.
Even though you can do batch engraving like we showed, but if you are going to be doing rotary work, you're going to want the riser base for sure.
Yes.
So that's what you get for the early bird. Let's see. So Meredith, she asked let's see, a very important question. Oh, okay. What will the expected shipping be?
Oh, do you mean the price?
No. He's asking when after Kickstarter. He's asking for an estimate. After the Kickstarter campaign is successful, when is your timeline to start actually shipping out units?
Yeah,
is that a date you have yet?
We don't have the exact date, but we have a timeline. Expected timeline is to ship the products, the first batch of product, about 6 months after the Kickstarter.
Okay, so about 6 months after the Kickstarter campaign is successful and closed, they're shooting for 6 months delivery.
Yes.
Yeah. Does the riser have? Yeah, we answered that. Star of Texas. It does. Does the riser have the pass through, or is that a different base? So yeah, you need the riser to do pass through. Right?
No, you don't.
You don't. So even if you just have the
pass through.
if you without the riser base, you can still do the pass through.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. There it is. What other questions can we pick here?
And the pass through is as long as 3 meters. So the longest side is 3 meters.
Okay. Let's see, what else do we got here for questions? Oh, warranty. Norman Rowan wants to know about the warranty. I think that's a really good question.
Yeah.
So you tell me, what is the warranty?
So we have 1 year free warranty. Yeah.
And that covers the mechanical parts?
Yep.
And then what about the laser sources? Is it for everything?
It's a limited warranty, and we will cover the core parts of the machine.
Okay, so the 1 year warranty on that.
Yep.
Okay. Does it come with a full version of Lightburn Pro? I'm pretty sure that it will not, and that you'll still have to purchase Lightburn Pro. But that's, you know what? Purchasing Lightburn Pro is just part of doing business, and you should have Lightburn Pro because it's an awesome piece of software.
Yeah.
And it can control a lot of different machines. I look at it as just a cost of doing business and one of the tools that you need in your laser engraving business.
Yes,
so,
and it's worth more than its price.
it is so worth more than what it costs.
Yep.
That's always been one of the things that amaze me about the Lightburn team is how generous their price is on their software and how much you get for it. Since it has a gantry, how difficult would it be?
How difficult would it be to perform it?
Let's see, ease of use, maintenance. Yeah, so I think maintenance is going to be pretty easy on this machine. The couple of things that you're going to want to pay attention to with any laser, including this one, is making sure that your optics are clean. So you've got not only the optics on the Galvo, you can clean those lenses, and it should be easy to clean. You'll be easy to clean those, but also keeping your cameras clean, right? Your camera lenses clean, making sure that the bearings, the arm, and the rail on the gantry is clean as well.
Yep.
Do we have any questions about cutting?
And actually, this is good for maintenance. So the airflow switch.
Yeah, this would be something else that you would want to maintain for maintenance. So this is something we haven't gotten to yet.
Yep.
But are we going to show a demonstration of this?
Not today.
Oh man, this is one of the coolest features.
Yeah.
But anyway, this will be another part that you want to keep clean. Just, the good thing about this is, unlike a CO2, which has its pluses, CO2 lasers are great tools, but you don't have mirrors and other optics to keep clean like you would in a CO2 with mirrors, right? Because it's all fiber optically channeled to the laser head. But there are going to be some very minimal components that you're going to want to clean on a weekly and monthly basis for sure. Mostly the lenses, I would think, the main lens and the camera lenses. That's what you want to keep clean. And don't let your crumb tray fill up with little parts because this unit, and we haven't really talked about it and we're not going to do too much about it, can cut. So, and it handles the cutting in a very unique way. I think you can see it in the sneak peek video at the beginning of the live stream. If you go back, you'll see that when it's time to cut, the laser head will actually go to the back of the unit and grab this cutting head automatically and dock it to the laser head and then come back out and perform its cutting, so you get channeled air assistance right down this nozzle as you're cutting your material. And then when it's done cutting, it will go back to the unit, undock this cutting head right here, and go back to engraving mode. And I will show you that in my review video in a few weeks. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, and it helps with maintenance because it blows the film away when cutting. So the lenses will be cleaner during cutting.
Yeah, it really does help. And so it helps keep the lenses clean, but also helps that air assist get to the cutting area, which always helps with cutting. You have to have good air assist to get clean cuts.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other questions that are good ones?
We can move on to the next one.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's a lot more questions on there. I'm sure.
So many.
But almost so much time. Yeah. So what's the next demo we're going to do?
Rotary.
Oh, rotary. Okay, let's do it. Are we going to do the full wrap tumbler or just... oh, we're going to use the little stamp holder. Okay, great. So this is going to be another demonstration. It's going to be another demonstration of the dynamic focus. And it's going to work on this curved object. Yep. Correct?
Yes.
And I think we're going to close that.
Yep.
So do we have an extra handle so I can show it to the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, just give me that one.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So we're going to be doing, and I know you're watching that, we're going to be doing this right here. And we thought this would be a good example. We thought this would be a good example of showing how it can stay in focus and rotate at the same time to do this full wrap right here. So that's what we're doing at a quick demo. We were going to do a larger, kind of odd-shaped object, but we knew that we had limited time, so we picked something with some strange curves and different focal planes. So and then full wrap. Yes. Right. Full wrap. And you guys remember this? I did some of these on my. I did a whole video on this on my channel. If you haven't watched my 3D embossed brass stamp making video, you should go check that out, where I'm actually doing the fiber laser engraving on this part of the stamp. But now with this, you can do the handles as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So as that's going, do we have any maybe other questions why that's engraving that we can answer? Oh, let's see. Can you upgrade any of the base models? Oh, that's a good question. So Alive Pixel Creations asked if you bought the Essential, and then you decided after having it for a few months that you really wish you would have bought the Pro. Will that be an option to? Probably not, because they'd have to manually upgrade the laser source. Yeah. Yeah, and is that finished? So probably not, to answer your question, because that would require you to disassemble and put in the laser source, which is probably too risky. Yeah. You might ruin the whole machine. Yes. So I would just go, my favorite selection out of all three is going to be the Pro. I think that's just the middle of the road. It's enough power to do everything that I would want to do for business. And if I knew that I was going to be doing a high level of production output, I would want to go with the Ultra, just because I can run the machine even faster with more power. Yes. Right? So, but let's check it out. Yep. And there it is.
Really clean.
How long did that take? Came out great. No weird distortions or anything. So that was a great demo. Just another example of the focusing, dynamic focus capabilities of the machine.
Yes. Okay, so I guess we're going to the last one. The wood.
Oh, we want to do some wood photo engraving.
Yep.
Okay, and we were going to talk about the LiDAR a little bit. Looks like that was 11, or we kind of talked about it earlier.
Yes, so it's okay.
So we have one more demo that we're going to just do, and that is going to be the, we're going to engrave some cherry wood. We're going to do, it's a combination of graphics, text, and then a photograph. And that will also be the final demonstration for today of this hybrid system using the Galvo and the motion combined. It's a pretty neat demo.
Yeah.
Are we going to do that over here?
This one.
On this one? Okay, well, let me get out of the way then. And maybe we can answer a few more questions, and then after that demo, we'll do the giveaway. Is he going to set that up?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Are we going to see a demo of the cutting wood? So X-board. We are not going to do a demonstration of cutting today just because we're limited on time. But in a couple of weeks, I'm going to. I'm currently actually shot all my footage and actually been shooting my review here of the machine. And in a few weeks, I'm going to release that full video, and I will definitely include some demonstrations of the machine cutting, both acrylic and wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things that I'll talk about in the review demo is because it's a diode, it can cut some acrylic, does much better with darker acrylic, but it's always going to be not conducive to be trying to cut clear acrylic or white acrylic, and that's just the nature of diode lasers. But I also talk about it in my video. If you know that your primary reason for getting a laser is going to be cutting clear and white acrylic and working with glass, then you're going to want to also add a CO2 laser to your arsenal. That's just something, another tool you have to have, right? What other kind of questions we got here? Yeah, someone just asked about it. What about blue acrylic? Might kind of struggle with that a little bit. It will depend on the density of how dark that blue acrylic is, right? Darker colors are always going to do better with diode lasers. So that's at least what I've noticed. Yeah, you got it, Gene. What is the lifespan of the diodes? It's a great question. That'll be something that I think would be posted on the spec sheet, is what is the life, because every manufacturer has different diode laser sources. And I've been talking with David about their particular diode laser source and their manufacturer that they're using in this, and it's a ultra high quality diode laser source. And I think that would be a good spec to put in with normal use, the average lifespan of its intended use. But you never know how everybody's going to be using their diode lasers.
Yes,
they could be using it day in and day out and day in and day out, and that's going to drastically reduce the life of it. And then there's people that are just going to use it once or twice a week, right? So that you could have it for years and years and years. You guys just let us know when they're ready for the demo. We'll just keep answering some questions here.
Oh yeah, it's ready.
It's ready?
Yep.
Okay, so, and we're doing on this machine?
Yes.
Okay, so can I open the lid and just show them? I'm not going to touch anything because we got to keep it closed for the, right?
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we just got a piece of cherry wood in there. And do we have like a previous example of the same file? No, I don't think we do, but that's okay. We're going to engrave this piece of wood right here. with photograph and vector infill engraving. If you hear, where earlier on the live stream, we talked about vector infill engraving. So we're going to go ahead and run this wood plaque and let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah? So
Let's
ready
get
when you
started.
are, guys. Let's see if the camera can pick up any. There it is. Yeah, so you can see it in there. It's doing the photo. It's doing the photo first. So it's so cool the way it's doing the photo. So if I can explain what it's doing right now is we have this photo of a couple in there, and instead of raster engraving it back and forth like this, it's doing big chunks of the photo at a time, like almost in like I think it's like 3 or 4 strips. So it's using the motion control to do one section of the photo using the spread of the Galvo, then it's going to the next section, and then it will start jumping around to do the vector engraving fill. In my review video, I have some better footage of my cameras actually inside the machine showing it. It's really, really neat to watch. But besides being neat to watch, it's just really fast.
Yeah.
I think I've said that a few times, right? It's amazing. Like, it's already done with the photo. Now it's doing the text. I wish I could get down there and they could see.
Yeah, I think they're getting a good view.
Okay, good. Are you guys seeing this? If you're seeing this and this is amazing for you to watch, then give this video a thumbs up because it's pretty impressive. I know you guys don't have the best view right now, but it is just chewing through this plaque. Is it done? Yeah.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done. That was quick, right?
Yeah.
You guys see that? How much did that take? I'm asking one of the engineers over here.
1 minute 41 seconds.
1 minute and 41 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, can we just get a thumbs up and a like for that?
Yeah, Michael needs a thumbs up.
I need a thumbs up for that, guys. That was one minute to do that. And that's not a small piece of wood.
It's 220 by 150.
Yeah, so it went in and did the photo first, and then it went through using the hybrid and did all the vector infill, did this, and then done, just like that. This is one of my favorite demos. Besides the batch processing of the tub, this is very impressive. That time right there beats my, I'm not going to mention some of the other machines in my shop because I love all my machines.
Sure.
But that time has beat, right there to do that has beat every machine in my shop.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. If that means anything to you. And everybody who's watched my videos knows exactly what machines I have in my shop. So it's just great. But you know, every machine in my shop is a tool that I need to do my job, and I love all my machines. They all serve their own purposes, you know? We got thumbs up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of thumbs up.
Yeah, that is very impressive. Yeah, it's that was one of the most impressive tests. So if you're doing a lot of wood crafts, you're laser cutting different in the craft market, you're doing photos on wood, you get this machine in your business, get ready to be able to produce a lot more than you have been, very, very fast.
Yes.
Yeah, and very clean too. I mean, that photo came out really, really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's all the demos we have today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we're going to do the lucky draw.
Okay, we're going to do the lucky draw, aka the giveaway. And what is the giveaway for? What unit are you giving away? What?
One HD1 Pro.
That's the HD1, the HD1 Pro. So that's the middle of the road. That's the 55-watt diode and the 20-watt fiber laser. And is that going to come with the riser, motorized riser base?
No.
Not sure yet?
But you can deposit and get
Oh,
it for
that's good. So it's
$39.
not going to come with the giveaway is not going to come with the riser base, but you can make a deposit. If you're the winner, you can make a deposit right now for what? Is it $39
Yes.
and get that riser base anyway. And $39 isn't that bad. So
Yes.
I hope everybody's ready and for the giveaway here, because that is the last part of our stream here today.
Yes, the last
I'm
part.
excited. I'm excited. And we're going to do it totally random. They've got some magic software over there that's literally going to be pulling from everyone who's in the live stream and participating, and it will randomly pick a winner.
Yes.
And we'll announce it. And
Ready?
how?
And so everyone just comment HD1
Right.
with the not capitalized letter.
Oh, just
Lower,
lowercase.
yes, lowercase.
So everybody, if you want to get entered to win, just put in HD1, all lowercase, so we know you're here, we know
Yep.
you're alive,
Yes.
and we know you've hung out with us this far. So, and then we'll let that go for a second. Looks like everybody's putting it in.
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit.
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit. Let
Yeah.
everybody who's in there. This is
With
exciting.
with lower cases.
Oh, with lowercase. Oh, they're listening. They're doing it.
Yes.
Woohoo! We got some hearts too. That's awesome. Are people doing it multiple times?
Yes, they can do that.
Oh, they can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody's just madly. That's awesome. I'm excited. Okay, so let me ask you, after we pick a winner, what would be the best way for them to get a hold of your office? Do you want them to email me? How do you want them to say, hey, I was the winner?
So they can send us there's a screenshot of their YouTube profile.
Okay.
Yeah, and contact info@ACCELaser.com. Info.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you get all their shipping information, and then they can expect to get their machine once you start delivering the campaign
Yes,
machines.
exactly.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see who's the lucky guy.
Okay, here. Oh, and they're doing it live.
Yeah. 可以，多少个人现在？OK。
Drum roll.